Good evening. As promised, I started working on some of the chemistry videos since the you guys are kind of in about three different spots. So I'm just going to start kind of at the beginning and work my way through chemistry. So the first thing that you need to understand about chemistry or learn about chemistry is the language of chemistry. So we have these letters in our language of chemistry called the element symbols. And we have them organized in an alphabet, which we call the periodic table. Those letters can be mixed and matched to make different words, and we call those words compounds. And then those compounds can be put together with other compounds in what we call reactions, much like a sentence when we are speaking. So that's the language of chemistry. And so we're going to just start with our element symbols. So to learn your letters, you need to do what's most comfortable for you. I am kind of nostalgic and I still use the same kind of periodic table that was around when I was in high school. And that looks like this. And for those of you that had me in class, you'll know that this is the periodic table that I print off and give to the students at the beginning of every year. And so if you guys would like a copy of that, I can print it for you. But this is my favorite periodic table to use. However, not everybody likes paper copies. Not everybody likes that version. So there is a Fisher Scientific has a interactive periodic table here, very similar to the one that I use. If you just click on a random element, it tells you all of the same stuff that's on the periodic table, but it also gives you some fun facts. So that's completely up to you which one you want to use. I am just going to throw in a side note. I do use the Vertex periodic table when I write my tests and quizzes. So those numbers are going to be reflected on that periodic table. So your instructions for today are to go to the folder in Schoology. It is called Learning the Periodic Table. I have a couple of quizzes. I think there's 6 of them posted for you. Just go through, answer them. I know some of you have already done this in the past, so if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. If you want to kind of just freshen up on some of the elements, if it's been a while since you've looked at the periodic table, go ahead and take the quiz. You get points either way. You'll notice that the quizzes are worth more points the farther down you go. That's because they're getting more difficult. The first quiz, just to give you kind of a preview of what to expect, the first quiz only has elements 1 through 11, and all you're doing is figuring out the element name for those. When you go down to the 6th quiz, you are going to be looking at ions that are being formed, melting point, atomic mass. So you've got a ton of different things that you are going to be looking at when you get down to that 6th one. So that is why it's worth more points, because you have to look a little bit deeper on the periodic table. But that's your activity for today. For tomorrow, I'm making this video at night, whatever. Have a good day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.